Hello everyone, my name is Mehek. I hope you guys are doing fine and you guys are safe. And like always, I also hope you guys are reading some books. We are back with another book. It is set in New York and it is a love story. Before I show you the book, I'll just quickly tell you about it that when this book released, I was really attracted to it as a reader. I mean, just the way the cover looked and the summary, and I was like, damn, I needed to read this book. But at that time it was an import copy and it was really expensive on Amazon, and I was like, damn, so I just pushed it to my wish list, and I was like, whenever it gets cheap, I will just buy it. And just last month I was just browsing through my wish list and I see that it was costing some 600 rupees, and I got so excited and I bought it, and I'm so happy. Even after finishing the book, that happiness is still there, and I'm glad I was able to purchase this book. Now the book is In 5 Years. It's by Rebecca Serle. I love how it looks. It's got these golden stars, and I'm twinning with it, pink. That's got these golden stars. So yeah, coming now to the interesting plot, which is quite interesting actually. So our main character is Dani Kohan. She's someone who believes in living her life by numbers. So she feels that by 28 you should be engaged, by 30 you should be married, and she's also a successful lawyer. She's working in her dream company, and she's engaged to this perfect guy called David. His name is David, and he's just the perfect guy you can imagine for yourself. And she basically has her next 5 years planned. Like, she knows that she's going to be married to David, she's going to be at a higher position in the same firm, they have this perfect house, they're spending their summers at Hamptons, and everything is quite set in her mind. But fast forward to 5 years, she's still working at the same firm and she's doing really well, but she's not married to David. They're very much engaged, but they're not married. Now there are a lot of reasons for it, but one of the reasons is that a very strange thing happens 5 years before. So the day she gets engaged to David, she comes home, and Dani, she falls asleep. And when she falls asleep, she dreams that she's in this another apartment, and she's engaged to another man. She literally sees him and they're having a good time, and she sees this guy, and in the dream she even knows his name. His name is Aaron. And she wakes up, and initially she thinks that it's a quite odd dream, but then the dream actually, and the whole memory of it, feels quite real to her, so much that she even goes to therapy later on to make sense of it, because she just cannot forget about it, because everything felt so real to her, and it felt like she literally lived that moment. So she goes to therapy to make sense of it, but obviously it doesn't help her. And now like I said, it's 5 years down the line, they're still not married, and every time David and Dani, they think about setting up a date, she's just not able to push herself forward, because that memory of that dream that she saw 5 years back is kind of stopping her. So that's the issue. And now we have even more interesting thing happening. So Dani has a best friend called Bella. They are friends since they were 7-year-old. I mean, they're practically soul sisters, I would say. You cannot ever see them apart, and they share such a special bond in the book. I mean, I was reading about their friendship, and it made me want to have a best friend or a girl best friend, and they just, yeah, their bond is so special. And Bella is someone who is completely opposite of Dani. She's someone who is flamboyant, she lives the moment, and she practically has a new boyfriend every second month. However, she's currently dating this perfect guy. In her words, she's dating this perfect guy, and it feels different to her right now. So she confesses it to Dani, and she's like, he feels different, and I'm so sure this relationship is going to last, and he's just an amazing guy. So they decide that they'll go on this double date where Bella will introduce the new guy to her best friend and his fiance and her fiance. So together they go out for dinner, and surprise, surprise, the guy that Bella is dating is none other than Aaron, the same guy, exact same guy that Dani saw in her dreams 5 years back. I mean, he looks exactly the same. He has the same first name, he has the same second name, and he's, yeah, exactly the same guy that she saw, that she was engaged to in her dreams 5 years back. So obviously, this comes as a shock to her. And at that moment, you know, as a reader, you will think that, okay, you know, now maybe the story is going to become a love triangle. Or if you're as crazy like me, you know, I was thinking maybe, you know, Danny's fiance David and Aaron's girlfriend Bella, you know, they're going to be caught in an accident, so, you know, these two are going to be left, and, you know, maybe they'll come together, or something like that will happen, you know, a love triangle or a tragedy or something that will, you know, kind of bring them together. But let me tell you one thing. Whatever is it that you're thinking right now, listening to this review, or you will be thinking when you've read the book, does not happen. So anything that you're expecting is not going to turn out. In fact, the cover of the book also says this is a love story, but not the love story that you're expecting, you know. So literally everything is happening in the last 50 pages. So anything that you guys are expecting or thinking does not happen. It has the most I would say unexpected ending. But I'll give you guys a hint. You know, it's not a romance story. It is not at all. It is a story about self-discovery. It is a story about life choices, and it is a story about you know, love. That is what it is. But it is not your typical romance story. So you really have to read it for yourself and find it, you know, what really happens in the end, because it's quite interesting. And the ending will literally, let me warn you, the ending will literally tear your heart, you know, but it is so worth it. You know, it's actually worth it. Like, you'll be crying. You might have, if you're extra sensitive, you might have tears and you feel like, oh my god, what's happening? But it's actually worth it, you know. So you really have to read it for yourself and find it. Talking about the characters, I really love the characters. I mean, they were so, I loved all of them. It's so easy to connect with them, especially Danny's boyfriend, you know, David. He's such a sweetheart. Like, he's like the perfect boyfriend you can imagine for yourself. He's leaving chocolates on the kitchen slabs, and whenever Danny's late from work, he's ordered their favorite food, or if he's gone to sleep, he's left note and, you know, food in the fridge. And at that time you would be wondering, like, why were they apart? You know, they're just perfect together. But at this time, you know, the book really makes you feel the power of destiny. Like, you know, we all make plans, but I think destiny has different plans for each one of us, and that is exactly what this book will make you realize. Yeah, so I think I have hyped the book enough, but you know, I would really want you to read this book. It's a very special light read. And before we end, there's a very special quote, you know, in this book, which kind of, you know, changed my perspective also to look at love. It says that you mistake love. You think it has to have a future in order to matter, but it doesn't. It's the only thing that does not need to become at all. Love doesn't require a future, you know. Every time we fall in love, we kind of give it a date, or we want it to have a future. But I think love is something that you experience it right now, in this moment, you know, in the present. So it's, I think, really wrong of us to give it a future. So yeah, I think that is one thing that I really like, you know, love doesn't require a future. So yeah, that's all on this book. Like I said, joyful read, emotional read, compelling read on love, friendship, New York, and a lot of amazing things. So please give it a try. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you next week with another interesting book. Bye bye.